high-level philosophy you guys talk about with a smug face. Neural pathways that they don't normally use are forcefully wired together. Chapter 1. The theory that human intelligence actually skyrocketed from eating shrooms. The whole group starts seeing the same crazy hallucination, so just shut up and listen. Ugh, I'm so done. Why do we gotta live this miserable, grinding life every single day? To all you degenerates either making that brain-dead void face on a packed commuter train, or doom-scrolling on your phones while staring at the ceiling in bed. Enjoying your life's moratorium? Or maybe you're in post-nut clarity and just don't give a shit about anything anymore. You guys have got too much free time anyway, right? Though, for you lads, I brought some massive bait today. Alright, let's cut to the chase. That magnificent brain of yours that overthinks pointless shit, it actually got massive because some ancient monkeys ate magic mushrooms. What the fuck? Right? This is the main bait for today. Source: just trust me, bro. How would you feel if your current IQ was actually just the byproduct of a tripping monkey's hallucination? I'm gonna solve the biggest mystery of human evolution with the mushroom theory. Anyway, before we get lost in the weeds, let me give you a quick breakdown of the structure before we jump into the main topic. I'm gonna talk about this crazy as hell hypothesis in 3 chapters today. Chapter 1. The theory that human intelligence actually skyrocketed from eating shrooms. Chapter 2. Terence McKenna and the mushroom impact. Chapter 3. The theory that the origin of consciousness is just a glitch. We're going in this order. Don't hit me with too long, didn't read, or sum it up in 3 lines. I'm gonna explain it so even a clueless middle schooler can understand, so just lend me an ear, even if it's just one earbud while you're doing something else. I'm gonna send a stimulus straight to your brain stronger than any shroom, so just shut up and listen. Alright, let's jump straight into Chapter 1. The theory that human intelligence actually skyrocketed from eating shrooms. Look, our ancestors, basically early humans, right? The guys called Homo erectus. Their brains got huge at an insane speed between about 2 million and a few 100,000 years ago, compared to other primates. This is considered a legit mystery in the evolutionary community. The rapid jump in brain size. First off, what's the baseline here? Normal evolution is supposed to happen slowly over hundreds of thousands of years due to environmental pressures, like starting to eat meat, using tools, or forming complex social groups, right? That's the so-called standard view. But man, the human brain grew so abnormally fast that it can't be explained by that. To put it in perspective, it's like evolving with a flip phone forever, and then the next day you're force updated to the latest smartphone. Fake as hell, right? Nani? You'd wonder why. Oh yeah, there's no clear reason for it. That's where this Stoned Ape Theory comes in. Basically, it's like this. The monkeys that migrated to the savannah happened to find magic mushrooms growing in cow shit, and just shoved them in their mouths. And then, thanks to the chemicals in the shrooms, their brain processing power was forcibly maxed out. And boom, language, religion, and art were born all at once. It's a batshit crazy theory. I bet you degenerates are gonna say, cap, press X to doubt. Nice delusion, bro. I thought so too at first, but this actually makes sense. Alright, next up, Chapter 2. We're gonna dig deep into Terence McKenna and the mushroom impact. The absolute unit who proposed this Stoned Ape Theory is a crazy ethnobotanist named Terence McKenna. Basically, a Chad who's an absolute pro at plants and consciousness research. According to Chad McKenna, a monkey looking for food in the savannah finds a mushroom growing out of cow dung. Just picture it. You've got this starving original poster monkey in the scorching hot savannah. And there's this sketchy colored mushroom growing right out of a cow patty. I'm starving. Can I even eat this? Whatever, nah. Boom. It's already too late. The chemical called Psilocybin in this shroom is insane. Take notes. This will be on the test. This psilocybin, when you're just a little high on a low dose. For some reason, your visual processing power gets unnecessarily good. You can see clearly in the dark. making you better at hunting. Plus, you get a little horny and your sex drive spikes. Just with that, your survival rate skyrockets. It's like using cheat codes in the struggle for survival. But man, here's where the real shit begins. What happens when these monkeys get cocky and trip balls on a medium to high dose? Their brains straight up panic. Neural pathways that they don't normally use are forcefully wired together, and they start processing information in completely unhinged ways. The result? The whole group starts seeing the same crazy hallucinations. The regular savanna landscape is flashing with lights and colors, and they feel like energy is pouring directly from the mushroom into their brain. Yo, that sun is talking a lot of shit. Yeah, bro, I hear it too. Like that. Normally they just go insane and that'd be it. But these guys started communicating in complex ways through that shared religious experience. In other words, the birth of language. Instead of using big words like rapid brain growth, just sum it up as changed their diet and became geniuses. They didn't get smart from eating meat. They ate some crazy substance and their brain cells were forcefully rewired. It wasn't evolutionary pressure, it was a leap from external doping. That correlation is absolute unit, level strong. Alright, the final chapter 3. The theory that the origin of consciousness is just a glitch. This one might hit you lads right in the feels. We normally say stuff like humans are the crown of creation, or we're special because we have consciousness, or some crap about God, right? Always competing to see who is more woke. But if Chad McKenna's theory is real, then that sacred consciousness, social morality, and high-level philosophy you guys talk about with a smug face are all just abnormal visual processing caused by shrooms. Look, some tripped-out monkeys in the savannah started doing a mystery ritual while grunting in front of some glowing shit. That was the start of religion, and the start of social bonding. And as a result of trying to process the world with those broken brains, art and all that crap were born. Basically, the human intelligence and spirituality that modern normies worship are just glitches caused by chemicals. The very drugs we normally treat as things to avoid were actually the catalyst for consciousness. When you think about it that way, doesn't it all seem totally pointless? All that time you spend at night taking yourself seriously, agonizing over, is my life going okay? Or, what is my value in society or relationships? When you get right down to it, it's just the lingering side effects of your ancestors eating sketchy shrooms millions of years ago. In the end, our consciousness is all thanks to shrooms. Doesn't it make you feel a little better thinking that all your high-minded worries are just because of some food? If you just think I'm not a failure, it's just the lingering effects of the shrooms. You'll feel like it's all good, bro. You guys did nothing wrong. It's all the shrooms' fault. Right at this moment, getting crushed in a packed commuter train, and hit with a sense of void, or staring at the ceiling in bed, hitting post-nut clarity, it's all because of the shrooms. Checkmate. Even those so-called woke normies out there at the end of the day. They're just flexing like, look at me. My shroom power makes me so enlightened. Stay mad. Laughing my ass off, right? Well, anyway, what did you guys think of this Stoned Ape Theory? Testing the actual effects of hallucinogens on brain neural connections is hard as hell, so it's apparently been left out of mainstream academic hypothesis. But it goes against intuition while still making sense, and it's got that romantic vibe that makes it so damn interesting. Ultimately, we are what the monkeys ate. Even if we pretend to be all high and mighty, at our core we're just descendants of monkeys tripping balls. Brain-dead people who don't know this are just gonna spend their whole lives holding on to high-minded worries and getting exploited. Separate what you can change from what you can't, bro. Alright, now that we've reached a conclusion, I've gotta get up early tomorrow, so I'm going to sleep. Thumbs up or subscribe? Worry about your food for tomorrow instead of that shit. Regular food that won't give you hallucinations, obviously. Oh, by the way, next time I'm gonna explain the nocebo effect. Catch you later. Red Cloak.